Hello everyone, welcome to Tech Sharmit. In this session, we will discuss about another topic related to shell script, where we will learn about fgrep command. Now, what is fgrep command? So, fgrep command is also used for searching a pattern in a particular file or in a data. But some of you might be thinking, then like we have already discussed two type of commands or utility that we can use for the same purpose. One is grep and another one is uh, egrep, right? So yes, you are right, we have two options, and this is also a kind of variation in the grep command. Okay, so in this session, like we will talk about the difference as well, like what is the difference, because egrep and grep we have already covered in last session, and for today we are mainly focusing on fgrep. So after understanding the definition for fgrep, you will be able to figure out the actual difference between three of the commands. And these are the just the these three commands are just the variation of uh, grep command. Okay, grep, egrep or fgrep. Okay, so to understand or to explain this in a simpler way, what we will do, we will simply create one script, and through that script we will try to search for a pattern. Okay, so let me run one command here to check the file. So work lnk, enter. It will open this work with object link screen, and from here, like if you go and look for a file, so I'm taking option 5 on rrpgle.txt. So you will find that this is the data which is stored in rrpgle.txt file. Now, to understand the requirement, what is requirement? Requirement is that we want to figure out where this line is present, line 4, or maybe anything, any pattern other, not only this. You can search for from, file, rry, whatever you want to search. So I just want to search where this line 4 is available in my file. So to figure out this, we will use fgrep. Again, I'm saying that yes, you can use egrep, you can use grep for the same thing, but why we are using fgrep, that I'll show. Like I have prepared some notes here, I'll explain you, but before that we will just go and see like how practically the things are going on. So let me take F3 from here. Okay, so now it's time to run the script, but before that I'll just show you what is the script and how we have written it. Even I will write it from scratch. So we are taking option 5 on text Sharmit directory. From here we will take option 2 for sharmit1.sh, and let me delete the existing code so that I can write it and explain you from the scratch itself. Alright, pressing F3 again for save and exit. Okay, so this is the new script file which I have created, and this is also in a executable mode. So first and foremost thing is that our file should be in executable mode only, because if your file is not in executable mode, it might you are not supposed to execute that. Okay, fine. So now what we will do, we will simply write here, we will take option 2, and after taking 2 you can see we have written down the multi-line comment here, which is presented by present name is Qshell, and session topic name is fgrep and shell script. Alright, so now what we will do, we will simply write a script here. So to write the script, you can simply write echo and then searching pattern using searching pattern in a file using fgrep utility. Okay, so what this command will do, it will search for the pattern in a file, but this time we are using fgrep utility. Although it is not required, we are just printing it for the introduction purpose. Means when we call this, it shows yes, we are searching for it, right? But it is not mandatory, like you can directly run the command itself. Okay, so we just printed just for the user interface. Now we will run the actual command, which is fgrep space, and after space we will put the pattern. So pattern is file 4, and then the path of file, which is slash home slash sharmit slash, and the file name is rrY dot txt. Okay, so what this command will do, it will search for pattern file 4 where in file slash home sharmit rrY dot txt, and provide you the exact line where this pattern is available. Okay, So let me press F3 from here for save and F3 again for exit. We'll go to QSH, and from QSH we will execute the script, which is /home /Sharmit /text /Sharmit1.sh. This time we are using Sharmit1 script file. Okay, so Sharmit1.sh and enter. After pressing enter, you can see it prints only the text, which is searching pattern in a file using fgrep utility. Okay, but it is not providing us any output. Why? Okay, because we are not getting any output here. So let me check what is wrong in the script. I think there is some case sensitivity issue. I'll check. We are searching for file 4, but it is not present. Let me show you. It should be line 4. I'll show you. This notes we will refer up in the end. So for now I'm just minimizing it. Yeah, so we are searching for file 4, but it is line 4. So by searching this, it is clear that if you are searching something which is not present in the file, it will simply came as blank line. It will not show return anything. Okay, now I'll make it as line 4. F3 for save and exit. We'll go to session B. Here I'll write QSH, then /home /Sharmit /text Sharmit1.sh and enter. After enter, you can see this time it is printing the exact line where this pattern resides. Okay, let me copy this path so that we can directly run it from here. Okay, now some of you might be thinking, is it possible to figure out the line number as well? Yes, we can. So for that, you just need to write here -n. So what this -n will do, it will search for the line number. Okay, so pressing F3 again, we'll go to QSH. After QSH, you can run the script again, same script, and this time it is also returning the line number. Although we have prepared the data where line number is present here itself, right? We have hard coded it, but in your project file there, it is not like always mandatory to keep the line number in the text, right? There might be other data as well. Okay, and you will not be able to see the line number in the text. So in that case, we can use -n to return this line number. Okay, all right. Now next thing is it possible to ignore the case sensitivity here? Yes, because this command is case sensitive. That means if you search for line 4 in a capital, it will not give you any output, and it will return blank. Why? Because capital line 4 is not present in the file. Okay, all right. Now we'll go to Sharmit1.sh, and then we will search for I. We will add the option I. So what I will do, I will ignore the case sensitivity and return you the output. Let me rerun this script for you, and you will see that yeah, this time it is providing output because we have ignored the case sensitivity. Clear? Fine. So that's all for this script. Now I'll quickly show you the definition so that it will give you a clear picture of the concept. So fgrep, also known as grepf, is a variant of grep command that searches for fixed string patterns rather than regular expressions. This means that fgrep treats the pattern as a literal string without interpreting any special character. Clear? The next thing is when to use fgrep. To use fgrep when you want to search for a specific string of text exactly it appears without the need of regular expression processing. This can be useful for searching for a file name, URL, code snippet, or any other text that may contain characters that would otherwise be interpreted as special regular expression symbols. So if someone asks you what is the difference between fgrep and egrep, then in that case you can say that fgrep always searches for the fixed string pattern rather than a regular expression, whereas egrep search for a regular expression. So that's the only difference. And grep is the parent command, like egrep and fgrep are the variant of grep command, so it is understood, right? All right, now I'm facing some issue with work member pdm. I'm not sure it is, yeah, still it is facing like I need to figure out why it is not working. But if I talk about cl program, so you can simply create one, like we have already discussed it multiple times, but still I'll let you know that you can simply create one variable using dcl, then provide variable name, length, type, storage, okay, and all the required thing. Then you can assign the script part to that variable using chgvar command, and after that you can run strqsh to run the script, and it will, once you compile and call it, it will provide you the correct output. Okay, So yeah, that's all for this session. I hope it is clear to all of you. In the next session, we will discuss few more things. So thank you for watching Tech Sharmit.